Morning students, myself Bina Tripathi, welcome to your online class.
Students, today I am going to explain you in Geography Chapter 4 Air Pressure. See students, previous Chapter 3 we have learned tides. Let's recall, have you tried the activity that show air has weight given on page 16 on your science textbook? See students, that means are you tried that activity which are given on science textbook page number 16 that shows that air has a weight. Okay, now see students, geographical explanation. During the activity you saw that the ballast tipped on the side of the full blown balloon. This shows that the air has a weight. So see student, that means if you take the balloon, so which was not fully blown means what, which we can make that जो फुलाते हैं फुला, in which air we can put the air, मीन्स जो ऐसा बलून जिसको हम फुलाते हैं तो उसका फुलाने से क्या होगा, उसका वेट बढ़ जाएगा. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, एंड विच बलून वी आर नॉट फुल्ली ब्लोन, दैट वेट विल बी लेस. ओके, so this way with the help of the air, fully blown balloon has a weight students, and which balloon is not blown, that has a less weight. Okay students, and this shows that the air has a weight. मतलब जो बलून फुलाया हुआ है स्टूडेंट्स उसमें क्या एयर है, बिकॉज ऑफ द एयर दैट बलून हैज़ ए वेट. और जो बलून हम लोग नहीं फुलाए हैं उसमें क्या है, एयर नहीं है, उसका वेट क्या है, कम है. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, एनीथिंग दैट हैज़ वेट एक्सेप्ट्स प्रेशर. So see students, exert means what, apply pressure on the things that lies below on it. So see student, anything that has a weight, so it will apply pressure, okay, on the thing that lies below. Okay, thus the air in the atmosphere exert pressures on the surface of the earth. See student, because of that, thus the air in the atmosphere exert pressure. Okay, exert means what, apply pressure on the surface of the earth. Okay students, see students, blown means what, student, which are inflated, swollen, expanded. Okay, so because of that air the balloon was expanded. Okay students, due to this air pressure various phenomena students, that means lots of events happening, like storm is what, storm is a heavy amount of snow or rainfall, hail or thunders or and lightning. That is, we can say the students, storms, precipitation etc occurs in the atmosphere. And see students, due to this air pressure various phenomena means events are happening. Okay students, like which are that events are happening students, like storms, precipitation, okay, etc occurs in the atmosphere. There are variation in air pressure. And see students, there are variation in air pressure. So some 3 points are given students. First point is that air pressure is not uniform on all places on the earth's surface. So see student, air pressure is not uniform. Uniform is not constant, not steady on all places on the earth surface. Second point, air pressure keeps on changing from time to time. And see students, air pressure, it keeps changing on from time to time. Okay, it will not the same, it will change. And third point is the altitude. You know student, altitude means what, that is height, great height, you can say that. So altitude of a region, temperature of the air, and the amount of water vapor in the air are the some factors which influence students air pressure. Okay students, so these are the 3 points are there. Okay students, altitude of the regions and air pressure. So see students, altitude means what students, that means great height. The proportion of the dust in the air, water vapor, heavy gases etc is higher in the air closer to the surface of the earth. So see students, that means the proportion of dust in the air, water vapor, heavy gases etc is higher. Where students, in the air closer to the surface of the earth, it is very higher. Okay students, this proportion decreases with increasing heights, altitudes. So see students, so all this proportion will be decreased with increasing altitudes, means increasing height. As one moves higher and higher from the surface of the earth students, the air becomes thinner and thinner. तो जैसे से ऊपर की तरफ में जाएंगे स्टूडेंट्स, दैट मीन्स एज वन मूव्स हायर एंड हायर फ्रॉम द सरफेस ऑफ द अर्थ, तो क्या होगा स्टूडेंट्स, द एयर बिकम्स थिनर एंड थिनर, मतलब एयर क्या हो जाएगा, पतला होते जाएगा. ओके, एज ए रिजल्ट द एयर प्रेशर डिक्रीजेस विद इंक्रीजिंग आल्टीट्यूड्स. एंड दिस वे स्टूडेंट्स, what happened that the air pressure will be started to decrease, become less or less with increasing altitudes. Okay students, try this. So see students, it is totally activity based. Okay, so some points have given that, so let's go through that. Take a flying lantern. So see students, what you have to take that, you have to take a flying lantern tie an approximately 5-meter long thread to the flying lantern so that you can bring the lantern down whenever required. So see students, what you have to do that. So you have to tie an approximately 5-meter long thread, okay, to the flying lantern. Why students? That means so that you can bring the lantern down whenever you require or whenever is required. Okay students. After carefully reading the instructions given on the package of the lantern, open it and light the candle. Place in it. Observe what happens. So see student, what is very important in this? After carefully reading the instructions given on the package of the lantern, open it and light the candles, okay, and place in it. Observe. Afterwards you have to observe that what will happen. Okay students. Now see that last point is, after some time bring the lantern down with the help of the thread and put off the candle. So see student, afterwards what you have to do there? After some time you have to bring the lantern down, okay, with the help of that thread, because you have already tied the thread, the flying lantern, okay. So afterwards you have to bring that lantern down with the help of the thread. Afterwards you have to put off the candle, okay students. Whatever the candle was lit, that means burning, that afterwards you have to off the candles, okay students. See that instructions for teacher, parents. This activity is to be performed under your supervisions and presence with utmost care. So in this activity, care, that means you have to be careful in this, okay students. And that means in the guidance of your teacher or parents you have to do that and be careful, okay students. The teacher should arrange a discussions after completing the activity given above. Use following question to initiate the discussion. So see students, so what you see in the picture, the teacher is there, okay. So how that he is tying that lantern, okay, and all these students are observing to their sir, okay. And see that next picture, can you see that after that you are when lit the, that means lit the lantern, that means candle. So lit means what? Burning the candle. How, see how that flying lantern was that means lifted. Lifted means what? Rise to a higher position or level, okay, say we can say that, okay students. So how it was flying, can you see that students? And how the teacher and all the students are there, how they are observing students. So see that figure in this figure 4.1, the experiment of the flying lantern, okay students. So that means the candle was burning, and that's why the air is expanded, and okay, and because of the air is expanded, and how it was lifted, can you see the how the lantern was flying, okay. And lifted means what students? Rise to a higher position or level, okay students. Some question is given students, see that first question is, did the flying lantern start ascending immediately after the candle was lit? So what will be your answer students? Yes. Next one, what would have happened to the flying lantern had the candle got extinguished after the lantern had gone up in the air? So see students, the lantern would have fallen back on the earth, okay students. So that means the lantern would have fallen back on the earth. Geographical explanation. The air in the flying lanterns get heated once the candle is lit. So see students, the air in the flying lanterns get heated, okay, it was started to heated, okay, once the candle is lit. Lit means burning. So when the candle is burning students, so what happened that the air in the flying lanterns get heated, okay, and the heat is coming from where? Because of the burning of that candles, okay. The hot air expands, becomes lighter and start moving up. And see students, and because of that the candle is burning students, what happened that the hot air, it was started to expanded, okay, and becomes lighter and start moving up. Therefore the lantern is also lifted. Lifted means all students rise to a higher position or level, because the lifted up towards the sky. In nature too students, a similar phenomena occurs. So see students, in nature too we can say that a similar phenomena means events happening, okay, occur. Temperature and air pressures are closely related. And see students, temperature and air pressure are very closely related. Wherever the temperature is high students, the air pressure is low. That means if temperature is high, then air pressure is low. As the temperature rises, the air gets heated, expands and becomes lighter. And see students, which place the temperature will rises, the air get heated, and because of that heated it was expands and becomes lighter. This lighter air in the vicinity of the earth's surface start moving up towards the sky. And see students, the lighter air in the vicinity means what students? That means vicinity is the area and the things that are nearby, means nearness of the earth's surface starts moving up towards the sky students. Okay, as a result the air pressure in such areas decreases. And what are the results are the students? The air pressure in such areas started to decreases. Okay students, think about it. Totally cancel, I mark with pencil. Okay, so no need to do this or read this. Afterwards see that can you tell. So see students, two diagrams are there. Figure 4.2a, that is temperature zone, and figure 4.2b, that is pressure belts and planetary winds. Okay students, so see that in this temperature zone students, you can see that in the southern hemisphere there are temperature zone, that is how many degree are there? 23 degree 30 south. Afterwards see that 66 degree 30 south, that is freeze zone, and south pole, that is 90 degree. And same see that northern part also, see that equator are divided two part. Okay, that is equator always lies the 0 degree students. And see the upper part, see that in north pole 90 degree and freeze zone 66 degrees 30 north, and the temperate zone students 23 degree 30 north. Okay students, and afterwards see that torrid zone, that means northern part there was a torrid zone are there, and the southern hemisphere there was a frigid zone was there. Okay students, and see in this figure 4.2b, that is pressure belts and planetary winds. Okay students, can you see that? See that means equatorial low pressure belt. Can you see that? Okay students, so that is how much it is students? 5 degree north and 5 degree south. Can you see that? Afterwards see the mid latitudinal high pressure belt, so that is 25 degree to 35 degree students, in both the hemispheres. See that in north also as well as in the south also. And afterwards see that subpolar low pressure belt, that is student how much? 55 degree to 65 degree. Okay, and last and topmost, that is polar high pressure belt, that is 80 degree to 90 degree. Okay students, in both the hemisphere, in north also as well as in south also. Can you see that? Okay, now see students, temperature zone and pressure belts are interrelated to each other. Okay, that means they both are interrelated to each other, but the latitudinal extent of the temperature zone is much larger while pressure belts are narrower. So see students, that means latitudinal way, see that temperature zone, can you see the picture? So see that temperature zone is larger compared to the, that means see that because the pressure belts are narrow. Okay students, and see that examples are shown here in figure, see figure 4.2a and 4.2b. So example, that temperature zone is extends from 23 degree 30 to 66 degree 30. Okay, and compared to this students, the air pressure belt has limited extent, so it is generally up to 10 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, the uneven distributions of temperature influence the distribution of air pressure. Okay students, that means because it is uneven distribution of temperature are there, and that was influence the distributions of the air pressure too, and this leads to the formation of low and high pressure belt horizontally between the equator and the poles. Okay students, so you are already see that figure 4.2 students. Can you see that 4.2b, that is pressure belts and planetary winds. Okay students, so observe figure 4.2a and b and answer the following question. So some questions are there students. According to that question, you have to that means observe that and give the answer. Okay students, first question, which pressure belts is mainly found in the tropics? So see student, what will be your answer? That is equatorial low pressure belt. Okay, next one is, with which pressure belts are the polar winds associated? In which temperature zone are they absorbed? And see students, that means the polar winds are associated with polar high pressure belts. Okay students, and in which temperature zone students are they observed? That is the polar winds are observed in the frigid zone. Okay students, next one is, what could be the reason behind a low pressure belts in a tropic? So see students, You all know that the sun rays can be perpendicular, okay? Hence air in this region get heated because of the sun, okay students? And it expands and becomes lighter, and this in turn we can say that leads to a fall in air pressure, okay students? That is in the tropics, between the tropic of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn, both the place, okay students? Now next one is, with which pressure belts are the winds in the temperate zone associated? So see student, that is with mid latitudinal high pressure belts, okay students? And last one is, write the latitudinal extents of the low pressure belts. So see students, so that means your answer will be there. The latitudinal extent of the low pressure belt is between students 0 degree and 5 degree parallel, and between, see that, 55 degree and 65 degree parallel in both the hemisphere, okay students? Pressure belts on the earth's surface. See students, the heat received from the sun is uneven in different regions, okay? Hence the distributions of the temperature is uneven from the equator to the poles, and because of that students, that means the heat received from the sun is totally uneven in different regions, okay? And because of that student, the distribution of the temperature is also uneven from the equator to the poles place, okay? That means polar region, okay students? As a result, the temperature zones are created. We have studied this in the previous class, and because of that students, the temperature zones has created, and we have already studied this in the previous class, okay students? Equatorial low pressure belt. So see student, the sun rays can be perpendicular between the tropic of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn, okay? And because of that students, the temperature is higher in this region. Why students? Because the sun rays can be perpendicular, okay, straight. Hence air in these regions gets heated, expands, becomes lighter, and moves towards the sky. As this process operates continuously students, a low pressure belts get formed in the central part of this region between the parallel 5 degree north and 5 degree south, okay students? And see that in this place, this process operates, students, continuously, okay? Low pressure belt and get formed in the central part of this region students between the parallel 5 degree north and 5 degree south. Mid latitudinal high pressure belt. So see students, the heated air becomes lighter, okay, and it start ascending, and after reaching higher altitudes, means height, moves towards the polar region, okay students? That is towards the north and the south pole. Due to the low temperature at the higher altitudes, the air cools down and becomes heavier. That means students, why students? Because due to the low temperature at the higher altitudes, when we go higher and higher, the temperature becomes low, okay? The air cools down and becomes heavier, and this heavier air descends down in both the hemisphere, in the north and the south region, okay, between 25 degree to 35 degree parallel, okay students? This leads to the formation of high pressure belt in this parallel of latitudes in both the hemisphere. And see students, this air is dry, hence the region does not get rainfall. And see students, in this place, that means we can say about that the air is dry, hence the region does not get rainfall. Consequently, most of the hot deserts on the earth are found in these regions, okay students? Now next one is subpolar low pressure belts. So you know that due to the earth's curvatures, the area between the two parallels get reduced as we move towards the poles. This results in lesser frictions of the air with the earth's surface. And see students, why it happens? Because due to the earth's curvature, the area between the two parallels, it was get reduced, become less and less as we move towards the pole, okay students? And this results in lesser frictions of the air with the earth's surface. Air in these regions is thrown out because of this reduced frictions, and also because of the earth rotational motion. You all know that earth is rotated, okay students? And because of that, air in this region is thrown out students, because of this reduced frictions, and also because of the earth rotational motion. This leads to the development of a low pressure belt, and this condition is observed students in the area between 55 degree and 65 degree parallel in both the hemisphere. So already we can observe that, okay, diagram that is 4.2b, okay students? On that we already observed that. Now next one is polar high pressure belt. So see students, in both the polar region, the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, okay, throughout the year. Hence here the air is cold. So see student, both the polar region, north and the south. So the temperature is below how much? 0 degrees Celsius, okay, throughout the year. Hence here students, the air is cold. As a result, high pressure belts get formed. These are called polar high pressure belts. And see students, they generally occupy the area between 80 degree and 90 degree parallel in both the hemisphere. How much it is? 80 degree and 90 degree parallel in both the hemisphere. It is northern and the southern hemisphere. Okay students. The duration and the intensity of the sun rays varies during particular periods of the years in both the hemisphere. Okay students. So as a result, the location of the temperature zones and the pressure belts totally dependent on the sun heats also vary. And see students, that means we can say about the duration and the intensity of sun rays varies during particular periods of the year in both the hemisphere. And because of that, as a result, the location of the temperature zone and the pressure belts dependent on the sun's heat also vary. Okay, this change is of the order of 5 degree to 7 degree towards the north in Uttarayana, okay, and 5 degree to 7 degree south in Dakshina. North means Uttarayana, we can say about that, okay. And how much degree are they students? That means the change is of the order of 5 degree to 7 degree towards north, that is Uttarayana, and 5 degree to 7 degree south in Dakshina, okay. This is called the oscillations of pressure belt. As a student, this is, we can say that is called the oscillation of pressure belt. Okay students, always remember the major difference between the temperature zone and the pressure belt is that the temperature zone are continuously, okay, that is continuous, and are spread from equator to the poles, that means from torrid to frigid. Okay students, and the pressure belts are not continuous, and areas of high and low pressure are found in different regions from the equator to the poles. So these are differences are there students. Okay students, that means we can say that what are the major differences are there between the temperature zone and the pressure belt students? That means the temperature zone are continuous, okay, and the pressure belts are not continuous, okay students, and the temperature zone are spread from equator to the poles, that means from torrid to frigid, okay students, and the pressure belts area of, that means areas of high and low pressure are found in different regions from the equator to the poles. So these are the differences are there, okay students, between the temperature zone and the pressure belt. Okay students, effects. Air pressure has the following effects, okay students. So the 4 points are given here. Origin means what? Beginning or starting of winds, okay. Second one is generation of storms. Third one is convectional types of rain, means normal regular types of rainfall. And fourth point is air pressure affects the breathing activity too. And see students, air pressure affects the breathing activity too. So all these are the effects are there, okay. Isobar, the line that joins the place of equal pressure on the map is called an isobar. So see, isobar means what students? That means the line that joins the place of equal pressure on the map, we can say that is called the isobar. Okay students, do you know totally cancel mark with pencil, okay. Use your brain power. If there is low pressure at the equator, what will be the conditions of the air pressure in the Arctic zone students? That means the Arctic zone will experience high pressure as the temperature is lower than 0 degrees Celsius, okay. Always remember, give it a try, and do you know all these are cancelled students, no need to read this or do this, okay. Exercise question number 1, give reasons. Question number 2, give short answers to the following questions. Question number 3, write notes on. Question number 4, fill in the gaps with the appropriate options. So see students, all these are the assignment I am giving to you as your homework. You have to write this in your notebook or in the workbook and read this lesson twice, 2 times properly. I hope that you understood this lesson. Thank you.